Good morning, children. I hope you all are fine. In last class, we were on page number 12. So today, we have to start new topic. Here, our topic is measuring storage capacity. So very first, let me clear you what is the meaning of a storage capacity. Students, here, storage capacity means the maximum amount of data any storage media can contain. So here, look, we will see Dobo. Dobo went to the market to buy a pen drive with his mother. Shopkeeper, how much storage capacity pen drive do you want? Here, shopkeeper is asking to Dobo's mother that how much storage capacity pen drive do you want? Look here, Dobo and his mother. His mother is replying 8 GB pen drive. They bought the pen drive and came back to home. Now move further. Now Dobo asked his mother, storage capacity, what is it? Now Dobo want to know what is the meaning of a storage capacity. As students, I told storage capacity means any storage media, how much amount of data it can store. Now look what mother is replying to Dobo. Mother, you know all items that we purchase are measured in some measuring unit. Mother is saying, as we purchase anything which are measured in some measuring unit. Children, you can look here. If you purchase milk, you get in milliliter or liter. If you go in market for purchasing vegetable, you will see you have to purchase in gram and kg. And again, if we talk about length, if we have to measure length, then we calculate in centimeter and meter. So in the same way, we have unit to measure storage capacity of various computer storage devices. Dobo, what are they? Now Dobo is eager to know what are the storage capacity. Mother is saying the smallest storage unit of memory is bit. As children, we measure various things like suppose we have to purchase milk, we purchase 1 liter, half liter, 2 liter. The same way we purchase any storage devices with storage capacity. So here mother is saying to Dobo, smallest storage unit of memory is bit. Bit means binary digit, that is 0 or 1. Look children here, bit means binary digit, that is 0 or 1. Again Dobo is asking what is bit. Mother is saying, Dobo, go and switch on the fan. Dobo went and switched on the fan. Then mother, now switch it off. Now again mother said to Dobo, now you have to switch off the fan. Dobo went and switched off the fan. Now mother is saying, fan understand only two commands, that is on and off. Children, here what you all have seen that mother said to Dobo, switch on the fan and again switch off the fan. Here what mother said, fan understand only two commands, that is on and off. Computer also recognize only two digit, 0 and 1. Children, look here, when mother said to Tobo that please switch on the fan. Then Tobo went and he did switch on, and after that he did switch off. So there were two parts, one is switch on and another is switch off. The same way computer also recognize only two digit 0 or 1, 0 and 1. Here very important point, a combination of 4 bits makes a nibble. Children, you all have to remember, this is very important. A combination of 4 bit makes a nibble. A combination of 8 bit makes a byte. Computer memory is measured in byte. How we measure computer memory? We measure computer memory in byte. Okay? A byte represent a character. What a byte represent? It represent a character. Here children, 1 byte is equal to 8 bit. Children, you all have to remember 1 byte is equal to 8 bits. Before that, what we have seen, a combination of 4 bits makes a nibble, and 1 byte is equal to 8 bits. Again, 1 kilobyte is equal to 1024 byte. Then 1 MB is equal to 1024 kilobyte. Suppose we have 1 MB and we want to know how many bytes are there in 1 MB. So we know in 1 KB how many bytes? 1024 bytes. So in 1 MB what we will do? We will multiply 1024 into 1024 bytes. So finally we will get how many bytes in 1 MB. Again 1 GB is equal to 1024 MB. That is 1024 into 1024 kilobyte. Again we have to calculate in byte. Then what we will do? We will calculate 1024 into 1024 into 1024. Let us play a TikTok toy. Tic-tac. Let us play a game. Let us play a game to understand this further. Students, you all have to do this. You have to complete it by yourself. Here KB. Here KB. KB means what is? How many bytes in 1 KB? Yes, students, how many bytes in 1 KB? What we have seen here? 1 KB is equal to 1024 bytes. So here we all can see KB. 1 KB is equal to how many bytes? 1024 bytes. So you all have to complete it. Okay. So next we move further. What Dobo is saying, it means every storage device has some fixed storage capacity. Mother is saying yes. Dobo is asking, it means every storage devices that we see have some fixed storage capacity. Mother is saying yes. Now student, you can go through this link. Look here, http. You can go through this link and you can watch video. After watching video, what is the storage capacity of the following storage devices? After watching this video, you have to reply what is the storage devices capacity. Okay. So next we move further. We have recall activity. You all have to go through it. Okay, you all have to complete. Next, our next topic is organization of CPU. Tobo and Dobo are working for a school project on the computer. Now Dobo is saying, I wonder how computer works. Tobo is saying it is the CPU which control its working. Tobo is trying to make understand to Dobo that it is the CPU which control its working. Who control working of computer, CPU control working of computer. Turbo, CPU, what is it? Turbo is saying, well, I can explain you the CPU and its organization. Have you seen an ATM machine? Now Turbo is saying, okay, I explain about the CPU, but before that, let me ask, have you seen an ATM machine? Turbo is saying, yes, I have seen my mother and father using it to take out money. Turbo is saying, yes, my father and mother use ATM to take out money. So Turbo is saying an ATM machine work like a CPU. The card and keyboard acts like an input devices. Here children, ATM machine work like a CPU. The card, the ATM card which we use, and keypad acts as an input device. The input, that is card details and the password, are processed in the ATM machine. Children, you can ask to your parents what we do when we have to take out money from ATM machine. What we do? We take our ATM card, we go to the nearest ATM center and just we insert our ATM card, and we have our personal password that is very much confidential. Okay, so we put there and finally money get withdrawn. Finally, in the cash dispenser, which act as an output device, from where we get money. In ATM, if you will go, you will see below the ATM screen, you will see there will be a cash dispenser that is known as an output device, from which money is dispatched. A computer system is made of three main parts. Children, computer is made up from three main parts, that is input. First, what we do? First we provide input, then input become process, and finally we get output. Okay, see children, look here, basic digital computer. Here we can see this is our basic diagram, that is CPU. Here our CPU, and CPU there is ALU, that is arithmetic logic unit, main memory, and control unit. We will understand it in a better way. Input unit, the device that give data and instructions to computer, are called input devices. Children, what is the meaning of input unit? Input means those devices from which we provide data and instructions to computer. In the case of ATM, what we have seen, we use our ATM card, okay, to provide input. In the same way, computer, we have to provide input, means the information we will provide, further that information will be proceed and we will get the output. Here example of input device: keyboard, mouse, light pen, a scanner, etc. Next one is CPU. CPU means Central Processing Unit. It is responsible for processing the data fed by the user. What is the work of CPU? CPU process those data that we provide to the CPU. For example, sorting the data, performing calculations on it, saying it is on the computer's memory, etc. It acts as a brain of the computer. How CPU act? CPU act as a brain of computer. So children, here one question arises. I hope you all know already that which one is the brain of computer. So brain of computer is CPU. Now we move further. That is, CPU has three parts. CPU, we all know CPU. What is CPU? Brain of computer. CPU has three parts. The very first, CU, that is control unit. What control unit does? control all the components by issuing control signal. What is the work of CU? As we know, CPU has three parts. The very first part, that is CU. As name suggests, control unit. What it will does? It will control all the components by issuing control signals. Next one is ALU, arithmetic and logic unit, perform all the calculations and carries out the instructions of a computer program, perform the basic arithmetic and logical operations. Children, here what ALU does? ALU does arithmetic and logical unit, means when we perform any arithmetical task like addition, subtraction, multiplication, who perform it? ALU perform it. Next we move further, that is memory unit. Memory unit, MU, store data, instructions and result of processing. What MU does? The third part of CPU is memory unit, store data, instructions and result of processing. When we provide data to CPU, what CPU does? CPU process it, and when CPU process it, LU process it, it present in MU. The result of the operation is stored in the memory. Now children, look here, output unit. The device that display or give the result after processing of the data are called output devices. What is the meaning of output devices? Means those devices, those provide final result. Okay, so here the devices that display or give the result after processing. What we have seen in the case of ATM machine, we use our ATM card to insert that, where we insert our ATM card work like input device, and from where money get dispatched, that is our output unit. Here example of output devices: monitor. What monitor does? Monitor display our final result. What printer does? Printer print whatever we have in soft copy, whatever we have in pen drive. What we do? We can take it, print out in A4 size paper. Again, speaker. What is the work of a speaker? To provide audio loudly so we all can see. Next, plotter. Plotter is also a output device. Okay, so we will understand plotter also. Tobo. Dobo, would you like to play another game? Tobo is saying to Dobo, would you like to play another game? I have a wonderful game with me. Click on the link given below to play the game. So all students, you can go through this link and you can watch video. Here one important question. Do you know input and output devices are all also called peripheral devices? Peripheral devices. The meaning of peripheral devices means those devices which can be attached to our CPU. So what are the devices? Those devices are input devices or output devices. Just children, again I am going to explain what is the peripheral device. Peripheral device means input and output devices which can be attached to our computer or CPU. Now here is hands-on. Check your computer lab and list the various input and output devices available in the lab in the space provided below. What you all have to do? Check your computer lab and list the various input devices. Children, when you go in lab, okay, last time in class 4 you went in lab. So what you have seen, can you remember what are the input devices? Did you go through in the lab? So you have to write down. Next, switch off the power cable, open the system unit and show the various parts of the CPU. Okay, so this is, you all can watch in this video. Next question, note down any 5 parts of CPU that were shown in the above movie. You all have to go through this link and you have to note down any 5 parts of CPU. Next, we move further. Activity. Correlate the input process output in a plant growth. This is your homework. You all have to relate that how plant growth, what in plant growth, what are the input and what are the output. You have to correlate. Okay. Next, again, assessment activity. Next, again, we have worksheet. Rahul downloaded file of 3072 MB. He has to submit this file to his teacher. Can you help him by suggesting him whether he should use CD or pen drive? So student, here this question for all of you that Rahul, what Rahul did? Rahul downloaded a file. What is the size of file? 3072 MB. Now he want to submit this file to teacher. So suggest him where he can put those files. Okay, can he put in CD or pen drive? Which one will be better? How many CD he required to store these files? As what is the capacity of CD? As I told in previous classes, you all know that. Please go through, please do revision. So here our actual size is 3072 MB. So you can calculate, you have to do this. Okay, again, how many pen drive has required to store these files? For storing 2 GB of file, how many pen drive we need? We get pen drive of 2 GB, 4 GB. So how many pen drive we need? We need only 2 GB. For 8 GB, we need only 1. Next, we move further. According to you, which should be the most appropriate storage devices to be used for this purpose and why? Next question is here that which storage devices is good, comfortable to use for study or submit your files to teacher. Next, you all have to complete this crossword. Okay. Next, look, question number 3. Observe the computer system shown below. Identify the numbers and classify the components as input or output devices. Here we have to identify which one is input devices or output device. Children, I hope you all can easily identify. Here just I give you one example, that is keyboard. What is keyboard? Keyboard is input device. Why it is input device? Because we type, and when we type anything, this typing data goes to CPU, and after when CPU process it become possible to see on monitor. Okay, so children, for today our class end here and our chapter also end. You can ask your question. Okay, so thank you, thanks a lot.